And this is we're welcome back after a colossal failure by Windows. We are going to go right into our Coming to America review, and I did have the IMDb up, but it really
Don't do
screwed
it.
up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No. I got it on my phone now, so I'm looking down. That's why I'm now looking down. So, Coming to America 2.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
You've heard of this. You've seen this, right? You know what that is.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny.
Is this not why you are here?
Do or do not. There is no choice.
Knock that shit off.
For anybody old enough to remember the original, it's a sequel with pretty much the entire cast back for the comedy that came out in 1990. Gosh, I can't remember what year it came out.
1988, I think.
88.
88.
Oh, shit, it's old.
I'm right.
We're old. Holy shit, we're old.
Whoa.
You guys, not to get sidetracked, but I had my 25th high school reunion this weekend, so I'm feeling a little old over here. I know.
Well, happy birthday to my brother who turned 49 a couple of days ago.
Happy birthday.
That's an ouchie age-wise, even for me, because I'm like, oh, I'm getting
That's
close.
it.
I'm getting close there.
After 49, it's all downhill.
We'll see. All right, so Coming to America 2, starring Eddie Murphy, and Arsenio Hall, directed by Craig Brewer, just came out. The African monarch Akeem learns that he has a long-lost son in the United States and must return to America and meet his unexpected heir. Okay, Chris is going to be playing the part of the person who did not watch the movie.
You gotta be.
Are you playing me? Are you playing me, Chris?
I will be playing the role of Brooksy today.
You didn't watch it? Wow.
I actually at 8:00 tonight, I sat down and went, oh shit. And I turned it on for like 25 minutes. So I saw the beginning before they actually came to America. So that's going to be all I can contribute today. And I'm going to let the folks who so wanted to talk about this
Brooks,
have their words. So Brooksy,
I mean,
it's all to you.
Coming to America is one of my all-time favorite movies, right?
It's a great
Hands
movie.
down. It is a great movie. Like, it's one of those movies that when it comes on TV, I'm immediately stopping what I'm doing and I'm watching the movie. Like, if I've got plans to meet Keith and James at the bar, those plans are now in 2 hours because I'm watching Coming to America.
Now we know why you're always.
Now we know.
They're like, what is she putting on makeup? What is she getting dressed? No, she's watching Coming to
Coming
America
to
She was an
America.
on
A-train.
TBS.
Like the A-train doesn't take that long. It's express.
Hershey
Right.
TBS.
And it comes on. It used to come on TBS when I had cable. It came on TBS a lot. So, like, you know, the movie is like that important to me. I feel like it just, I'm always watching it. It's my all-time favorite movie. I feel like it has a lot, like, you know, for the culture, it's a very like important movie. So I was very excited for Coming to America 2. Keith's laughing at me. That's fine. I was very excited for Coming to America 2 because I was like, even if it's bad, it's going to be good, right? Like, that was my thinking. Even if it's bad, it's going to be good. It's like having bad sex. Like, it's still good because it's sex. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I was going to say pizza, but damn.
Or
We're
pizza.
back to pork, Chris. Back to pork, Chris.
So let me get this straight. Coming to America is your Empire Strikes Back, is what I hear.
Sure.
She won't get that. Never mind.
She doesn't get the joke. Yeah. It's her favorite movie.
But how can you watch it on TBS? Because it's so edited. Like, the first movie was rated R.
It has zero to do with it.
Yeah.
Do with it.
Yeah.
It just, if it comes on, I'm watching it. It's just like, that's just one of those movies.
Well, and I think that
it's on Netflix up here.
the humor of the original Coming to America surpassed the swears or whatever that got edited on TBS.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Die Hard. You can watch that on TBS and still get 99% of what makes it great.
Yippee-ki-yay, clown.
Coming to America is probably my favorite comic movie of all time.
Wow.
Agreed. Yes.
This movie
Okay. Let's see where we're coming
Definitely
from.
top 5.
That
yeah.
boy good.
Yo,
It's a
it
great
was-
movie.
It was the skits, and the fact that that most of the characters were Eddie and Arsenio.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the movie, the concept, it was hilarious. Like that was this part 2, or Coming to America 2, or again, or where it was so unnecessary.
I don't know
Now,
about
it-
unnecessary, but
You know,
Okay, let
I
me
like.
let me ask
Go
you
on.
about this. All right, so we're gonna start with the first half hour because I saw that. So we'll
Yeah,
start
definitely
there.
top 5. But go ahead.
So the first half hour brings you back to the big country that he's the prince of, and it introduces you to his
Zamundo.
family. Yes, his family, the country as they are today. What did you think of this opening? Did you feel like, oh, I feel like I'm back? Oh, it feels good just to see it, or was it like, I'm waiting until I see Arsenio do something fun, something great? Was the joke about the grandkids being vegan burgers? Was it like trying too hard? Like, what did you think of how it opened?
I did think it was trying too hard. And I think I was also like so hypercritical because I just wanted it to be so good that the lens I was looking at it was like ultra hypercritical. But yeah, it was like trying too hard. I just wanted them to like leave, like come start where they left off almost. Like it just didn't have to be all of this, like, I don't know, like vegan burger, and it just like
But
it
that's
was
what
too
old
much.
people think they're making fun of now. Old people think they have to make fun of vegan burgers and wokeness and
almond
being
milk.
old. Like that's modern comedy is what I
But
see.
it should have just been how it was, like the comedy, the way they did it. Like there was a couple of scenes which I can't even remember, that I was like, oh, there it is, and then it was like instantly gone. I'm like, oh, never mind. Like I just feel like the chemistry was lost. Everything about it was just not even there.
The energy was
like,
low. Okay, Keith,
the
you have a
energy-
lot to
yeah.
say. Keith has a lot to say.
No, I agree with everything she's saying. Like it's just like
But I wonder if
it was trying way too hard to pull everything from the first movie. Like
You didn't like the
Sounds good.
30-year-old joke of the girl still hopping on one foot, barking like a dog.
like yeah, like I mean,
It could have been funny. It
It
could have
could-
been funny.
It just like sat
down
there.
to
And I was
pulling-
like, wow, that's a long time for a punchline.
Right.
they didn't update things so much as just like pull them from the past. Like
Right.
it was like they pulled as many elements from the other movie as they could, as specifically as they could. Like I didn't really enjoy that. I didn't, or I should say, like it was cute. It was a very big nostalgia piece to me.
I just wonder though if the decision to make it PG-13 had something to do with it too, right? They had to trim it down, like
They were looking for a
Content-wise.
larger
I
draw.
don't think that made it.
no, I get that, but did it affect
think
the
that
quality
made
of the
it-
film is what I'm asking.
I don't think that made a difference.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think raunchy comedy would have saved at least what I saw. I enjoyed a few of the jokes. Me and my son were watching it for the few minutes, and I felt like, oh, hey, Arsenio's that old witch woman, right? Oh, hey, I know
Yeah.
that joke. Like, he's like, oh, he kind of laughed at the fleek joke, and I'm like, okay, like we got a few giggles, but like I'm assuming the entire movie kind of runs in the same gamut as what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better.
I
It
didn't
doesn't get
hate
like worse, but it doesn't
Yeah.
get better.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Yeah, same here. That's what I thought too after I watched it. I was like, yeah, this wasn't terrible, but it wasn't
Yeah.
great.
I thought there was some standout performances, and I know here we go. We're gonna James hot take with Leslie Jones.
Mhm.
Oh,
That was
please don't even get Keith and I started on her.
James
Please
is
do
the
not.
type of person to have like Airplane be his favorite comedy movie. Like,
Because it is my favorite comedy
it's
movie.
hilarious.
Naked
What
Gun
time?
is his second
my
That's my
favorite.
favorite comic
second
actor
favorite.
is Liam Neeson.
No, I mean Leslie. Get
Leslie Nielsen.
I'm sorry, Leslie Nielsen.
Hey, don't knock Canadian Leslie Nielsen. He's hilarious.
Oh, there's our American
No.
version.
What?
Is there an American version? You
I
said-
think
No,
he's just
Leslie
pointing out that
Nielsen's
he's
Canadian.
Canadian.
Oh, okay. So my hot take, moving back on, my hot take was that Leslie Jones and Wesley Snipes, to me, every scene that they're in kept me at least engaged in the movie a little bit more than, Arsenio and Eddie. I hate to say it.
I had the exact opposite reaction.
Wow.
No, I thought Leslie was good. I thought Tracy was good too. He was all
You
right.
didn't think Wesley Snipes was good?
I thought
Wesley Snipes
was the best.
saved the movie. Hands
Okay.
down, my favorite
All right,
character.
we all agree on that
Saved the
one.
movie, the best part of the movie by far. Like I felt like, and that to me is like in the vein of Coming to America, but like not trying to make it modern. You know what I mean? Like that, like just how like sticky it was, however you say that word. You know what I mean? Like how
Mhm.
it just was like out there and hilarious, but that's what Coming to America was for me in general. You have some scenes that are just so out there, but it's hilarious and it works, and that's why Wesley Snipes works, and that to me is why Leslie Jones did not work. Also, just the whole plot of like, let's go back and basically like Eddie Murphy gets date raped, essentially,
Yeah,
and like
we
let's go
glossed
back
over
and
that. Yeah.
create this scene where he gets date raped and then she like gets pregnant and has an heir. It's like that whole plot was so unnecessary to me. Like it was so unnecessary.
All right.
Why was that the plot?
They
So-
could have focused on the fact that their daughter wanted to be queen, but he felt like he had to bring her to America to see what poverty was so that she could be a more like, compassionate queen as opposed to like living in royalty her whole life. That would have been a better narrative than what we got for this movie.
Totally. It could have
So-
been Coming to America and one of his known heirs goes back to America and has similar funny experiences that he had. That would have worked for me.
And the minimal storyline that they had going on as it was moved along way too fast. Like the dude fell in love with the hairdresser. Like they met like twice.
Like that.
Like what?
Yeah.
You in love already? Like,
Yeah.
And then she's about to leave to get married to America, like in a church that she has.
I mean, it
Right.
was just like things were just. Yeah, and the only reason the storyline is sped up is to create room to throw all this other stuff into the movie that's pulling from the original movie. Like
Right.
you could have created more of its own original content and made it a better story.
So I'm going
I
through
agree.
the list of writers here, and there's always going to be a writer's room to a lot stuff like this. But most all of these people have been working with Eddie Murphy for a long time, and they all have like Boomerang and Nutty Professor and the first Coming to America on their sheets. So like, does it feel like everything's too old? Like,
Yeah, I think those writers.
they
You just
need-
said it.
they need somebody fresh with fresh eyes coming
They
in.
should get you writers that was working with Tiffany Haddish, was working with Kevin Hart, working with like the popular African American comedians in this day and age, and not like from days yore. They gotta upgrade. They gotta go with I don't know. Maybe Eddie wasn't behind all this. Maybe it was the producers who were like, "Yeah, we got some good writing for this," and he just signed on anyway.
Well, it's Eddie's production company, so
Oh,
I'll
this
say
is
no.
actually a company, so so
And
yeah.
I was disappointed between the chemistry of Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Like that to me is one of the things that made the first movie, and I just didn't feel it. I also just didn't feel Arsenio Hall's acting in general in this movie for some reason. Like
I was gonna
like-
say your point is great. I noticed that too, but that's because I think Eddie and Arsenio have diverged their career paths. Whereas Eddie continued to be in movies and hone his craft, whereas Arsenio unfortunately didn't. So it was clear, like when you see the two of them on screen, someone has been like working his craft a long time, and then the other person is just trying to rehash what he did 30 years ago.
Yeah, but what is the
Yeah.
last? What is if I were to ask you, what was the last really funny Eddie Murphy movie?
Dolomite. I love that movie. We talked
Oh,
about
Dolomite
it.
was good. Yeah.
Okay.
Dolomite was good.
I did not watch that. I'm sorry. You're right. That just came out.
We talked about it on the pod. Don't be Brooks. about
How did I get brought
pod,
into this?
about pod
I
history.
can't remember anything in general. I smoked a lot of weed in my life. I have no memory. It's not my fault. Somehow.
It's not my
Yeah,
fault.
but to
somehow.
Brooks's point, that chemistry was terrible. That's why I was turned off by watching the two of them mostly when they're together, and more entertained by Leslie and Wesley.
Okay.
I just I'm not a fan of hers, unfortunately.
We'll talk about that another time.
Well, there's a.
Yeah,
there's-
I'm not a big. I'm not. Cheers
She-
to her success though, but
I would call her an aggressive comedian.
Yes. I don't like the word aggressive.
Me
But we can
neither.
get into
I
that
mean,
later.
Chris Farley was also an aggressive comedian. So I know it's
Yeah.
it's someone
Yeah.
who's
More like
who's-
slapstick, but yeah,
well, no, they're also big and in your face,
physical,
like
physical
Right.
comedy.
physical,
Yeah.
physical in their
Physical
comedy.
comedy.
You know, it's a style. John Belushi was like that in a lot of his SNL days.
Yeah, big comedians use their physicality as part of their art.
Like
What is
being
it?
funny.
Jones happens
What's-
to be a big female.
What's his name? I
Uses
hate.
size.
Uses it quite a
Who?
bit.
Who do you hate?
Um,
Don't tell me Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh,
Literally
my.
the worst comedian of all
All
time.
right, we
Literally.
need to go to D Block because this is we're about to.
But I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna say I give the movie a C if we're gonna do.
So did I.
Yeah.
Solid C.
Mike trying to get us to letter grades. I like it, Mike. Keep us on track.
yeah.
Well, that was James was supposed to be doing this, not me, right? James promised I'm gonna keep everybody on time. We're gonna do
I
2
know.
reviews in one
sorry.
That's
show.
your fault for believing him.
I
so-
know, Mike.
I know.
I reverse jinx myself.
Yeah.
All right. Brooksy, what's your letter grade?
My letter grade is a C minus,
Ooh.
Hmm.
And Keith.
actually.
I'm gonna go solid C. I
All
snickered.
right. I think
By
I'm
the
gonna
way,
finish it. I
Go
had
ahead,
a
go
few
ahead.
laughs at the first one. I can't give it a letter grade because I watched
You didn't
25
finish
minutes.
it.
It's unfair. But I'll say I'm probably gonna finish it at least.
I was gonna say
I might
Eric gave
actually-
it an A minus.
Wow.
Eric?
He was really yeah. He watched
Are
both
we?
movies.
Is it
Yeah,
us
I
that's
feel
the
like
problem?
I feel like I might have thought differently about it if I was younger right now and I never saw the first one, or
Are we
like-
comparing it to such a high peak?
yeah.
I can't not. Yes, I can. I
Yeah,
can't
but
not.
can't-
He
I
saw
compare.
the
can't
first
not
one, so I don't
avoid-
know what effect the first one had on his mind compared to this one, but he liked both.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If I was younger right now, if I was like Eric's age, and I've seen them in like such close proximity now, like, and I'm just watching. I've watched Coming to America as an old movie, and I'm
Mhm.
watching this now. Like, I think maybe I'd have a totally different experience.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go
I do
ahead.
want to give one shout. They did that thing again with the Mortimers from Trading Places. I don't know if you guys noticed that the grandson was the broker or something. I thought that was funny.
That was
At
cute.
least, yeah.
All right. Well, we gave our grades.
All right.
We gave everybody a hint. I would say it's watchable. You say
Probably
it's
watch it
watchable?
again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch it again just to like get another outlook on it.